So one of the reasons why I'm interested in talking to you today is that you're a journalist. And my background has been in editing, as a filmmaker, editing current affairs. And so I'm interested to know, how did you get into journalism?
Well, I kind of fell into journalism. 1968, I went on a camping trip to France with a friend, and whenever I came back, I was supposed to go back to technical college in Magherafelt, County Derry, but then I didn't, to finish my diploma in commercial studies for stage 3, and we had finished stage 2, but I just dropped out. Then my father, who was quite a strict man and never been unemployed in all his life, he said, "Billy, you have to get a job within 2 weeks." Kind of put the pressure on me. I was 17 years old. I had shorthand typewriting skills, English diploma, etc. So as fate would have it, instead of ending up in a bank or a building society, I applied to the Mid-Ulster Mail in Cookstown, and there was a vacancy, and I was taken on there. So that was the start of my career in 1968. And of course, then there were journalists didn't really have to go to university for training. They made tea in the newsroom first, and then they went out to cover agricultural shows, county court, local council, school prize givings. So a very useful grounding in journalism. You're working on the job, and so I stayed with the Mid-Ulster Mail for a year, and then I went to the Coleraine Chronicle Northern Constitution group in Coleraine, and was based in Magherafelt, and of course that was 1969 then, and the Troubles are starting or looking about to start. I grew up in a housing estate in Magherafelt, County Derry. It was a very mixed housing estate, and as a young person, I wasn't really aware of widespread discrimination in housing. I came from a Protestant background. It was only later that I realised how bad the discrimination was. But I did remember the People's Democracy Buntarlet. I was on duty in Magherafelt, County Derry, a small town, on the night that was due to come through. The students were due to come through. It was quite a night because the students were blocked and had to take an alternative route. But then a riot broke out, or trouble broke out in the centre of Magherafelt, and it wasn't Crystal Night or anything like that, but lots of Catholic businesses had their windows smashed that night. They were chosen out because they were Catholic businessmen. The Protestant shopkeepers' windows were not touched. That shocked me.
The marches, were they of mixed
Yes,
denomination?
Yeah. There were indeed. There were several prominent Protestant people within that march. Although I suppose you could say it was largely Catholic, and came out of the Queen's University students. Yeah. But I unwisely, or never thought about it, was wearing a college scarf that night, and of course the students who were to come through were wearing college shirts. So after the riot, I went to a public telephone box, one of those old red telephone boxes, to phone a report to the Daily Express and the Daily Mail. And when I was phoning the report, the phone box was surrounded by 6 young men, well built, and they hammered on the telephone box, and so I feared that I was about to get beaten up. I think they were travelling around looking for civil rights demonstrators and came upon me wearing a a college scarf. And so by chance I was with a girlfriend who was not a girlfriend but just a friend, and she was standing outside the phone box, and whenever I came out and was confronted by this group of angry Protestants, she put her arms around me and started to kiss me, and that kind of melted them. They said, "Oh," and went away. But it was just one of those strange experiences right at the early stage in the Troubles.
We have more on the way, so please subscribe to this channel and check out the link below if you'd consider becoming a patron to help us keep making more content. Thanks for watching.